And welcome back to the Market Wolf. I am the Market Wolf. It's a pleasure to have you here. Please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing. I want to give a big shout out to Jason, Omar, and Alex, some of my subscribers that are interacting with me on the comments here. Jason and I sorted out this morning pre-market that it looked like we thought that, potentially Tesla was going to have good earnings. And, me and Omar did. And Jason actually had a great theory about how SPY would flag today, and him and I sorted out the details of my previous video. And as you could see today, if you go back and look at my previous video, it played out just the way I essentially called it. If you look at the motion, generally speaking, on the S&P 500, let me go to the 30-minute here very quickly. We went up today, and we flagged over. And that's essentially what I was calling for. The one thing I did not expect, again, is just how bullish it would be. I'm a little conservative, both yesterday and today. A little conservative on the bullish narrative, but I still believed it would be bullish, and it still played out the way I thought it would. Now, I thought we would probably flag on the 443 a little bit longer. I also thought there was a possibility we could revisit down here and kiss the bottom of this, but I put a caveat on that saying it might just flag here. And so you at least had a good idea of where it would go, and I told you I believed that it would go back up. So today, we immediately shot up out of the gates, which if you were going to buy in a position, you really would have wanted to wait. You don't, up here, when we came out of the gates this morning, that's FOMO. That was FOMO. We had to cool off. We had to come down. You can see there were multiple opportunities here on these wicks to buy in or not. It would have been a great day to do calls or something like that because really since basically down, where were we first buying in? Yeah, I was warning people right down here about how we could be becoming bullish, and we have been. And we did have this flagging today, so worked out, and it seems to be continuing. We've got this bullish divergence continuing on the EMA lines. We've got the 20 and the 50 both crossing over. It's looking very bullish. We might need to cool off a little bit, but we have room to run even on the 30. Volume profile, interesting. Doesn't look terrible. Doesn't look great. Okay, we can get a better idea of what volume is doing on some of the higher time frames. So let's take a look at the 2 hour because that's going to be an important one for the S&P 500. And we can see on the 2 hour, you can see a little bit more clearly here. It looks like we're building potentially a shoulder ahead. Will we put on another shoulder? Will we come down? Well, we're going to find out. We're going to see what the bear and bull case are. But you can see that the volume was, it's been going down. Even we had this big exiting candle here and then down. But you have to remember, Tesla was about to report earnings, and actually right at the end here, on this last candlestick, on this last 2 hour, we started to come back up and we started to get a little more volume because guess what? Tesla's positive earnings were in the positive. Here we can see on the EMAs, we got the start of a bullish divergence on the 2 hour. So that is interesting. It is bubbling its way up into some of the more important time frames. Let's take a look at the 4 hour just to see what's going on here. Again, we get the general sense that we still have room to move. Momentum could still be with us. We definitely are not overbought. It could continue to go bullish. The one thing I do see that's concerning, again, is the volume profile. The volume profile. We had increasing volume on increasing price. That's a great sign. But then, of course, throughout the day as we flagged, we've got a lot of exiting. Now, the question is, what the question is becoming in my mind is, do we maintain and flag here because of Tesla's earnings and eventually bump up? Do we revisit 443 to retest, then bump up? Or do we fail this general, what looks like a larger W reversal to some degree? I mean, I don't know. Maybe you could call it that. I'm not quite sure about that section of it. But if it were going to fail this one, price would have to come way down. I'm not sure that's going to happen tomorrow. So one of the things we have to keep in mind is other institutions that will be reporting. Some of these larger banking institutions will be ones to watch. We're in the financial sector, so we'll have to see about that. Let's take a look at the daily and then the weekly very fast, and you will see that the daily is starting, that 20 EMA is starting to curl up. We still have this really kind of bullish engulfing candle situation on the daily from yesterday. Today, not great. We're closing, perhaps closing. This is still aftermarket, so we'll have to see exactly where we close. Let's go to the week. And again, this bullish engulfing candle still there even after today. We do have decreasing volume. That is concerning. So we could flip. We're kind of in limbo right now, to be honest, in my opinion. I would still want to give the market time to settle. Watch pre-market in the morning. Pre-market can be strange. You can get these gaps up, gaps down. Will Tesla really affect the market? You can see that his earnings were actually a lot better than expected, when most analysts were anticipating. So there's something to keep in mind. We can take a look at Tesla right now, and we can see aftermarket. Yeah, we got this large wick down aftermarket. If that wick stays there, that means, we could have some upward momentum left to go here. Definitely not oversold on the 30-minute with Tesla. We do see decreasing volume throughout the day. Obviously, this looked like a bear flag, but now earnings have come in. So if anybody had calls there, congratulations. And we can see earnings has now flipped to the green finally here. They finally got the news. Curious to see what it says here. So, here's your estimate. Much better than expected. Look, he just opened up the plant here in Texas where I'm located. EMA line curling up. Looks like he could potentially, with Tesla, could potentially go bullish again. We'll have to wait and see tomorrow what tomorrow brings. Let's go back to the S&P 500 briefly. So best bear case, best bull case. I think best bull case is that we continue this bullish divergence on the 30-minute. We're supported by EMAs. This could be kind of a sneaky double bottom right here. So 44318 may be confirmed. And maybe we're just going to launch off of the 445 tomorrow and begin to build more structure as we continue to move up. I tend to side with the bull case there just based on what I'm seeing. Again, today, the one thing that concerns me is volume. Will volume be there tomorrow? Will Wall Street, will the big guys come back in now that we've seen Tesla? Is it going to be enough for them that they've seen the W reversal that was bullish, that they've seen the cup and handle that's become bullish, that Tesla had good earnings? Is this going to bring the big fish back in? I think there's a big possibility there that could happen. Now, the bear case still concerns me, which is that we're a little overbought on the 30, not by much. We still have room to run in the upper time frames, but really the biggest concern I have is volume, and then what's momentum going to do. So it's something we'll have to keep an eye on. I think for the bears, the best case is that, look, you can say all you want about all of what I just said about the bull case, but whether you look at the weekly or you look down at the 30-minute, the case on volume is not really there. So this could be one massive fake out to the bulls. It could be a bullish fake out. Is that right? It could be a bull trap, and we're going to be in trouble. So we'll see. I do want to take a quick look at the VIX and then UVXY, and we'll get you out of here. Let's see. The VIX today. We are not invalidating our thesis at all. we have come down some, had a little bit of spike there, not much on the 30-minute, but still hanging out there. We're still supporting our complete, our theory on what's going to play out here for the rest of the year, potentially on that symmetrical triangle. Please check out the first video in this series, first episode 1, if you have no idea what I am talking about. So, but that's important to check out. Let's take a look at UVXY. I want to buy back in so bad. I left a comment earlier on Webull to some of the peeps on there that I talked to. I said I want to buy back in, but Tesla earnings is today, and I had a sense that it could be good, and it was. So my gut served me well there. And let's see. So now this is interesting with UVXY. Look at this. We broke that uptrending line. To me, that's it. That is just invalidated on UVXY. That's not something we can look at anymore. And I suspected with Tesla earnings that might happen. You could still make the case that it's in an uptrend. I really think we're going to possibly be going lower this week, though, to be honest. Let's go from our lowest point here, and our lowest point there. Let's see if it continues to be invalidated. If we break below, let's put it up here, marked so we have it. Yep. If we break below approximately, 1118, somewhere in there about 1117, we break that, we're done. I keep these lines fat. That's just the way I prefer to do it because it lets me see a lot of give and take on price action. Some people prefer thin. They say it's more accurate. I don't disagree. I just like to, I know that you can get quick wicks down, and I don't like to panic because people will get wicked out of positions. And then, I don't like to panic personally. It keeps me in a calm state because it's like, okay, I know I've got room here. I know they're trying to wick people out. Don't let your emotions get involved. Just stay the course. And that's when you're in one of those trades where, usually with something like crypto. But in any case, so that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm thinking for today. Thank you for tuning into the Market Wolf. We will see you tomorrow. Hey, hit up the comments section. Let's talk. That's how we figure these things out. I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I certainly can be wrong. And I've been on point lately. So I'd encourage you to stick around because, and then, comment in the comment section. Hey, we're all learning together. That's the whole point of this channel. Going to be putting out an episode, probably released on the weekend. I'm thinking probably Sunday will be a release date on that, where once a week, check out my other playlist. I do a Meet the Teacher, and we're going to be gradually, slowly learning how the market works and how to, make trades with, not too much overkill as far as input goes. These episodes that I cut here, if you're not really up to par with the vocabulary or how all of this is working and what all these lines mean, hey, you check out that section over time. That's going to be a real help to you. And I think posting once a week is definitely gives you time to digest the information, gives you a whole week to think about it. Communicate with me in the comments section. I'm happy to respond. We'll see you next time on the Market Wolf.